Let's go back to 1984, the creation of, I believe, one of the greatest G.I. Joes ever made, Spirit. He's a tracker, right? Look how cool this one is. I'm going to give you the breakdown on the history and some of the cool facts about this character / action figure. So if you look at his card, you'll see a couple different things. His real name is Iron Knife. I had no idea about that until I started doing some research on this. Iron Knife Charlie, primary military specialty infantry. Secondary military specialty, social services. Birthplace, New Mexico. Spirit comes from a family so far below the poverty line that they never realized they were poor. Was a hunting guide through high school, served in Southeast Asia, then as a civilian completed his education, returned to the services for reasons inexplicable to anyone but a Native American. Mystic warrior. Qualified expert, M16, M19, auto pistol, Remington sniper rifle. How cool would it have been to just sit there and write this up? You know? Charlie is a shaman, a medicine man. He's not a healer or a priest or a witch doctor. There isn't any equivalent in our culture for what he is unless we had shrinks that could actually help people. I think I got this character, this action figure, in 1990, I think, at a flea market for $1. And do I have his other stuff? No. But let me tell you a couple other things about this character. Spirit came with Freedom, his trained bald eagle. And this was a huge deal in 1984. One of the first animal companions in the line. I had no idea about that. What Spirit symbolized was awareness, freedom, and spiritual clarity. He had an X1 knife, an XM16 rifle, a backpack, and Freedom, the eagle, which I think I do have somewhere, I just can't find it. Unlike many of the Joes who were overloaded with sci-fi gear, Spirit's loadout was grounded and practical, reinforcing his role as a tracker and a scout. Spirit first appeared in the Sunbow G.I. Joe animated series, often paired with Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow, which both are awesome. Typically used for tracking Cobra through hostile terrain. People always ask, how much is this one action figure worth? Well, if it's loose, typical rates go for about 40 to 60 bucks. If it's loose and beat up, sort of like this. If there's loose and no eagle, it drops significantly, probably in the $15 to $20 range. If it's carded, you're talking about maybe right around the $200 to $400. If it's carded in an immaculate shape, you're talking about up to $1,000. High grade, MOC, even higher with clean bubble and crisp card. That is crazy. When making this action figure, it was all about skill over flash. Awareness over aggression, discipline over chaos. So as you see here, the breakdown is pretty significant. That's insane, over $1,000. And through a little bit of research, it says that in 1984, the Joe team needed less sci-fi type of action figures. They wanted individuals that are more grounded in realism. And individuals that highlighted roles kids could intuitively understand. A tracker made sense, I guess. I believe the 1984 line was the best, and it kind of shines through that they started branching out and making the action figures a little bit more detailed, like his. As you see here, Wicked Knife breakdown. You have the feathers with him. You have the grenades. If you take a look at that, little I don't know, I guess Indian symbols. Pretty freaking awesome. I don't know what it was. I think it kind of represented a little bit of Rambo with all the knives. And I think that's what I liked about this character. So detailed, but like put together. Pretty sweet. And in 1984, they started getting crazier with the storylines. You know, the kids fall in love with certain cartoons and people because of the storylines. And in 1984, they focused heavily on the file cards. Like I said, it'd be cool to even write those. But the personalities deepened. They really started to bridge out and give people a persona. So, Spirit represents Hasbro realizing the phrase, I looked this up, kids don't just want weapons, they want an identity. It makes a lot of sense. We make a lot of decisions of buying and looking up to our heroes based off of stories and persona, so they realized it. Pretty awesome. Do you guys have Spirit? Was he one of your favorites? Do you have one carded? If so, you can make a good amount of money. I think they started out at right around $1.99, maybe 99 cents. It was somewhere in there. But this is Spirit. And throughout the years, they kept him going, made a few changes, but that's why he has become a fan favorite. Carded, perfect condition, up to $1,000, guys. Let me know if you guys had him or have him, and was he one of your favorites? And if not, who was? Because we will be going over a lot in this channel. Histories, the backgrounds, why they were created, and obviously when the cartoon came into existence, they needed new characters. This one stood out. That's why he is still valued highly today. We'll see you next time.